What we've got today is our new SafetyCam vehicle, which is an enforcement camera system for unauthorised incursions into the highway network, into the traffic management closures, and also a way of monitoring site speeds and giving feedback to people who are speeding, drivers who are speeding down the traffic management closure. We don't want vehicles pulling into the closures that shouldn't be there, because that's a fairly obvious hazard. Equally, we don't want speeding vehicles in our network either, because that's a fairly obvious hazard in itself, but it also increases the severity of any people-plant interface exchanges that we might have.
So the original issue that we were trying to address with SafetyCam was again the incursions issue. So members of the public mainly hitting cones or driving into roadworks. This happens much more regularly than any of us would like. It means that we've got to really concentrate on having huge separation within the traffic management between the road workers and the start of the works. Much too often we're getting tapers of cones struck and taken out, or worse still, drivers coming in halfway through roadworks. And this was about trying to make sure we understood where that was happening and minimise that happening as much as possible. Now, the SafetyCam worked miles better than any of us thought it was going to. We hoped it would have a bit of an impact at the start of works, make the works more visible to people driving down the road. It has made it massively more visible. As soon as they see that safety camera, they're clicking into drive mode, they're looking around them, they're concentrating on what they're doing, and they're driving much more safely around those roadworks. So the profound effect that the safety cam has had has meant we've rolled it out on multiple locations already, and it's going to be continued to be rolled out much more.
Because this is enforceable. There have been other camera systems, indeed we tried some camera systems that weren't enforceable by the police, whereas this one is. It's a safer road network for the customers on the highway, because there'll be less erratic behaviour going past the closure, and it's obviously safer for people who might be inside the closures, not just the road workers but visitors and customers, etc. in there.
It also has a secondary benefit of it enables us to control the speeds of road workers within the traffic management as well. So we've started a process, and again, it's not about catching anybody out here, it's about trying to encourage people to work safely. And they're driving into those works, and now they know that they're driving into those works, and the speeds that they're driving in those works are being monitored day in and day out. And that's woken them up to thinking about how they're driving within roadworks. It's made a huge difference, and will continue to do so, and that's why we're employing it so widely across the whole of the network. Now, if we can now start to use that as a safety hub, then that can provide some protection from incursions into the roadworks. It can provide that speed testing of drivers within roadworks, but we can also use it to monitor the cones and whether any of the cones have been struck. We can then use it as a health and safety and well-being hub, all sorts of things we can start to deliver out of one vehicle. And that's one of the things that we want to drive to now, is bringing together lots of different innovations into one place and really claiming all the benefits of all of them, bringing them all together.